Anniversary is hella close, so fudge it. But rather than me reading somebody else's hot take, I'm gonna be giving you my own. You know why? Because I play this game. And they're not gonna be like stupid stuff like, oh, Demon King Piccolo is #1 in the game. That's unrealistic. I'm trying to be realistic as possible. So roast me in the comments or let me know your hot takes down below. Alright, let's see. Alright, numero uno. So number one, I feel like Tani and Toshi or the Dragon Ball Legends team, they need to focus on PvE over PvP. And I feel like they should do this because PvE, number one, it's as important as PvP. Even though Dragon Ball Legends is a PvP game, why do many of its players not play PvP? It's because they're scared and they play PvE. This is why they should make PvE more important as well, because PvE equals more casuals into the game, and if there's more casuals into the game, there's more PvP players eventually, and in my opinion, that's a win-win, because the true goal of the developers of Dragon Ball Legends is to get more people playing, more people to spend money, and you're gonna spend money to pull units, and you need to pull units for PvP, but you'll get more people playing because PvE. And even I was a victim of this. I mean, I'm saying victim, but when I started out playing Dragon Ball Legends, I only did PvE, and that was mainly because my phone would explode. It was hella slow when I played PvP. I was still intimidated. It sounds stupid, right? But it is what it is. But eventually, we bit the bullet, started to play PvP, and this is also a controversial take, but I enjoy PvP. And I think if they focus on PvE, it'll bring more people to PvP, and it's a win-win. And truly, right now, all PvE events suck. We have story. Story is good only because it actually has a story. It's not fudging Attack on Titan level, but story is story. Can't complain. Co-op is just doing it bot-like daily. It's not fun. They introduced the Tournament of Power. I mean, I'm not gonna complain because I don't understand it. But Tournament of Power is like years old. Even today, I don't understand it. I just watch a fudging YouTube video. Shout out to Greenruff, and because of him, I'm doing it. It's 1000cc. And then they recently introduced the God Challenge. The God Challenge is godly dog shit because it's so long. If it was less and you got the same rewards, it would be good. It's really long for no reason, no CC. I'm gonna emphasize that a lot of these newer events have less CC. That's bad. Come on, buddies. Come on. Tani, you my boy, gotta fix this stuff, right? Then we also have Ultra Space Time Rush. It was once good. Again, they removed CC, and now I don't do it, and I bet like maybe 10 people do it. Yeah, PvE is really horrible. I don't give a shit if it's a PvP game. Both should be balanced. Alright, so that's my first hot take. Alright, numero dos. So they need to add like a new type of card art into the game. So hear me out. It's been 7 years since Dragon Ball Legends released, and we had no new cards. So I'm talking just Strike, Blast, Ultimate, Blue, Special Arts. They should introduce something new, like let's say a guard. So in co-op, there's a special guard animation where you can block an attack, and then its special coverage changes. So I feel like they should introduce this somehow into PvP as well, like in 1-to-1 or whatever, or proud whatever. Because if you think about it, what's the worst thing about the game right now? Number one, it's how every character has long ass cover nullification, and how every character has 999 combos. Guess what will affect this 999 combos? If there's a new card introduced that makes you not attack and you're guarding, that means you're gonna have a slot filled up, you're gonna draw less cards, and combos will end faster. Adding a new card, I feel like, is best case scenario, and a lot of characters have cover changes which we barely see because every character has 1 billion years of cover nullification. I know they said they're gonna try to reduce it, but who cares? Just you're gonna switch out, right? Whatever. So with this, we will be seeing a lot more cover changes, and cover changes are pretty cool, and it'll help destroy like 99 combos. I mean, you'll still get comboed, but it's one thing to help this big issue. And don't even get me started about the Dragon Ball team. That team is super susceptible to 999 combos, and I feel like this would be healthy for the player base because it's introducing something new. New things are fresh. Fresh is healthy. Bars. Alright, numero 3. Okay, this is not numero 3, this is 2.5. Tani, please remove the CC cap. 20k CC, bro. I made this in half a month, bro. 20k CC is freaking nothing for a PvP game. Minimum should be 40-50k. I swear this is really bad. This was an intermission, whatever. Just if they do this for the anniversary, automatically anniversary is more than a 6. This will be very good for all free-to-play players. Alright. Number 3. So this is a really hot take, but I think the diamond tag is really well made. Hear me out, hear me out. Stop crying. Don't get to the comments. Hear me out. So for starters, diamond tag started from like 10%. And they made it good without any real Zenkai buffers. In my opinion, that's pretty good, because all we had before were like Tamagami and then STR Super Saiyan 2, or it's Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan 2. And I would say that Goku probably had the best design throughout the anniversary. He's like a nuclear bomb, but he doesn't start out very good, which is very good design. But it's not about him anyways, right? He's not even on Proud. He's not even main on Proud, right? You would rather on Tamagami. So the thing which I find about the Diamond team, that the team is really good rather than one character being Omega Super Gazillion broken. So now previously I would say that by designing a team, they care about making 3 individually good units rather than making a team synergize well with each other. And I think when they make 3 individually broken units rather than good synergy, that kind of shits the game. In my opinion, I think it's easier to counter one very good unit than one god character, and when the really good unit gets countered, pillars of the team start to fall off. And let's give Majin Vegeta as an example. Right now, he's still top 10, and he's top 10 without having really good team. When he gets another good partner, he will be top 5 again, and that's because he's a god character. Don't get me wrong, Ku and Super Saiyan 4 Goku, individually these guys are good. Like in this case, the issue with Ku is that he has mad disrupt. For example, he has paralysis, faint, he lowers your card draw, he even reduces your arts power, he reduces ki, he destroys cards, healing, blah blah blah. I mean, the thing is, all these things, they're not uncancelable other than like paralysis and fate for one time. All the annoying thing about Ku, majority, they're cancelable, and when they release a character who is immune to like half his disrupts, the team will start to fall, and that's fine game design in my opinion. You release characters who are strong, you release characters who counter the strong characters, then you release characters who counter the strong characters, and then you just release good character again. That formula is well. Like one thing about the Diamond team which I find really annoying is the team healing, and now they can just release a character who provides healing debuffs to the entire team and lowers your ki restore, and then boom, shitty tags like DB Saga will start to gain more value. So let me speak more on this Majin Vegeta example. So Majin Vegeta is of course a god character. Look at my presentation, I already made a hit piece on him, right? He essentially, in my opinion, has only one weakness, so this is just bad game design. So he is individually broken, so when a character like Cell released to counter him, he is still somehow top 5, and this is because focusing on characters rather than like a specific team will cause more bad designs. Because think about it as a developer's viewpoint, it's easier to give all the mechanics to one character rather than making a team better. I just have trust in Tani, bro. They release a character who does health debuffs and somebody who's immune to half of Ku's annoyingness. There you go, Ku will fall off, team will fall off, right? And then another thing you might not agree with, Daima is of course a very easy team to reroll and play PvP, and it's time for anniversary, so this will introduce a lot of people into the game, especially before anniversary, which is good. Again, main point of Dragon Ball Legends is to sell money, and you sell money by releasing good characters and good teams, right? Okay, so this was number 3, so numero uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Alright, so I think the new buffing philosophy sucks dookie. So in one producer letter, they said that characters didn't have identities anymore, which is true. Most of the time it's just same kit copy pasted plus different mechanics, and at the core all characters do the same thing, and like the only difference is the mechanics like gauge and revive, whatever. Like all characters have a card draw, cardinal, card cost lowering, debuffs. So they said they wanted to reduce this, which they did. So for example, my favorite character in the game, DKP, has only 5 counts of cardinal, but he can get like 10 because he gets 5 more on green card. But then you have to think about 2024, because Majin Vegeta has 10 counts during entry, and then he gets 10 more on green. You're nerfing a newer character, okay, whatever, right? Like, I understand this is necessary, but I'm not sure how this will hold in the grand schemes of things, because DKP, who released 2 weeks ago, is already not considered top 10, and like Martin Vegeta, who released 7 months ago, he's still considered top 10, and majority of the time he's considered top 5. So to balance this out, they're giving these newer characters more stats. And yes, stats are important because they can increase stats to like 9999%. And it will 2-card Majin Vegeta, for example, because he has endurance, right? And of course, he will get countered. But guess what? That will kill the game instantly. So they increased stats, but in my opinion, they didn't increase it enough. Problem is, like I said this in many more presentations, to design a good character, they need to be good in offensiveness and defensiveness, but they need to excel in one. But it seems like characters will just excel in one category, which would be good if the game released today, but the game is 7 years old. I don't think that cuts it. So Majin Vegeta, as an example, is an issue because he excelled both offensively and defensively, rather than being just good defensively but excelled offensively. So let's give Super Saiyan 4 Goku as an example, because he's a well-made unit. Kill me, bruh. Of course, defensively, he has the best defensive mechanic in the game, indestructible, but that's only on Diamond Team, so that works out. And he's great offensively, because like Blue Beast Gohan, he just draws blues and does pretty long combos, and he gets neutral on his blue. Pretty good, but I would say that he doesn't do infinite combos like Majin Vegeta, and he only gets his best defensive gimmick on Daima, so he's stuck on one team. That's pretty good. And then let's give another example. Like Ultra Beast Gohan was considered pretty good release. I mean, I don't need to talk to you about his offensiveness, right? His special beam cannon, especially if you have stars, can one-shot most characters in the game. But you're not breastfed, you don't get it really quickly. You have to play the game to get it, right? But he has good defensive gimmicks as well. But like, he can stop rushes, and he has his half health debuff. It's nothing too toxic. Even with when he gets his gauge, he's frying every character in the game with type neutral blast, and he's always ignoring endurance, and then he has his endurance plus half health debuff. Nothing too broken. That's how you're supposed to design characters. In my opinion, I don't really care that characters don't have identities anymore, because if you're gonna remove half its kit, half their kits, characters are still gonna be the same. Less card draw, blah blah blah. Issue, in my opinion, are long combos. Long combos are killing the game. Sadly, to deal with long combos, you need to have card destruction. You need to have goddamn art increase. You have to have slot blockers. You need to give characters more things to deal with that. And I would argue that's actually giving characters identities. I do agree long cover note is bad. 100% agree with that. That's 100% true. But you kind of shot yourself in the foot, right? You just can't nerf the newer characters and expect them to be better than the older characters only because they have better stats. That means nothing. So I feel like this philosophy is really bad. Over here I wrote Kid Goku doesn't feel like this philosophy as well, which is also confusing because he does have the best offensive mechanic, which is indestructible. He can get 2 times card draw speed, which is infinite combos, so he's a 99 combo merchant, but that's only if somebody loses or dies on your team, then he can do that. But now to me, Kid Goku feels so goddamn plain. Like, what does he do that stands out? Indestructible, but Super Saiyan 4 Goku also has that, and then Gohanks has that. He doesn't feel unique. Give characters unique mechanics, unique gauges, just don't be dumb with their design. At the end of the day, problem is you guys were giving too many mechanics to characters, and that's why they're bad. You need to make characters with the meta, bro. So yeah, this new buffing philosophy sucked. And then for my last hot take, I feel like characters should be able to receive buffs in this game, because once upon a time, they used to buff characters in batches. So it's not out of the ordinary, they used to do this before. But they stopped this because they introduced Zankais and unique equipments, blah blah blah. So there's just no point to do this. And in my opinion, some characters are really bad on release, and that should not be the case. If characters are bad on release, they should have the right to buff them. I don't care if blah blah blah, who cares, people are still spending money. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth that DKP, who released like 2 weeks ago, is not top 10. Why? I know they are testing new things. Because they're testing new things, they should also be able to buff characters as well when they release them, so people get to test them. Because in the end of the day, most characters are fine, they're just missing a few things to be good, and the developers have all the right, all the power to give them these few things to make them good. It's just a change in code, buddy. It's nothing that hard. They did it for Go Frieza, they can definitely do it for DKP. Just because he's anniversary doesn't mean anything to me. At the end of the day, they want to sell characters, and they will sell characters if characters are good, and if characters are bad on release, less people are gonna summon for them, so they should buff them. As simple as that. I think that's it, right? Yeah, that's it. If you agree, disagree, let me know down below. Just make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, blah blah blah. Alright, peace.